Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 49 of the Brick Clubhouse.
Wow.
I know. We're so happy you could be here with us. My name is Chris, and I'm joined by my co-host, Evan. Say hello, Evan. I always want to put something in there.
You were like,
and
Evan,
then
and then you paused.
I wanted to say, something witty, but as we discussed before going on the air, I'm not always so quick with the wit. So,
yeah.
But Evan,
strength.
my co-host, for these 49 episodes.
Yeah, that's wild.
Are we going to do something special for 50?
I mean, we've talked about having guests on for forever. We should get Blair on here for episode 50.
Oh, that would be great.
That'd be fun.
Sterling's practically begging to be on it too.
We could get Sterling on it.
So,
well, yeah. We'll have
we could have a whole round table.
I know,
but
maybe there's some potential Lego Star Wars sets coming out that maybe Sterling will uncover.
Oh, probably.
That should be fun.
But it's so great for everyone to be here. A few things since we talked last. You and I attended Comic-Con.
We did.
And how was it? How was your con this year?
It was good. I couldn't be with you guys on Friday to wait in line, so you and my wife sacrificed your whole days to go wait in line for Hall H.
Yeah, all you missed was the sunburn.
Yeah, we kind of decided last year. We kind of left Comic-Con last year, and we were all just kind of on the same page. Like, the showroom floor for 2 hours is basically all you need, and then other than that, the only thing I really care about is Hall H. So that's what we did this year.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the whole day of Hall H wasn't that great outside of Apple TV and then of course Marvel, but it was really fun.
It was fun, and I decided. This was the first year in 10 years where I didn't go every day, even if there wasn't anything I wanted to do. I think next year I want to go back to going every day.
Really?
Because there were enough panels throughout the week where even if I just go for part of the day and go to a panel or two,
well, I will say,
I think I think I would enjoy it better.
Yeah.
And then I don't feel as bad sitting out in the sun a whole other day.
It's also nice having the option. I mean, just in case. I feel like last year they didn't spread it out as well because the only things we cared about, besides you guys went to Percy Jackson and Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, we did some others without you.
Peacemaker was on Saturday along with Project Hail Mary and other stuff, which was fun. This year, though, I was just really bummed that Lanterns wasn't the same day as Marvel.
Right.
So, you do take the risk.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Well, I think I want to go back to having the option to go every day.
Yeah.
But we did get to be in Hall H on Saturday, and the Marvel announcement was wild and a lot of fun.
We got to be in the same room as Ryan Gosling 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
And this time wasn't expected.
He acted like he didn't remember me, though.
He was like, what?
Yeah.
That was really fun.
No, but it was great. Just seeing, everyone in the Doomsday cast, all on stage together is just
and
wild.
And the thing is that was half of them.
I know.
There was still a lot that weren't in there.
And we got in late.
We got in.
We almost didn't make it in. There was a whole saga about Hall H, which we won't get into.
Yeah, we were in decently comfortably, but we were towards the back.
Yeah,
sure.
But which turned out kind of fun because they had a bunch of people in the back.
Yeah,
that they normally don't do. We also got to sneak into the hall for a little bit, and went to the Lego booth.
We did.
Since this is a Lego podcast,
that's right.
We'll talk about it. We'll drop some pictures in. I didn't think their booth was as good this year.
Oh, interesting. I mean, they didn't have the big mock of the convention center.
And that was that in itself was almost too overwhelming for the size of their booth.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty great though. I don't know. What did they focus on last year again? What was the big thing that they were focusing on?
Was it space or was that 2 years ago?
No, I think it was space. Yeah, so I mean, they focused on smart play. I mean, the big cantina setup was actually pretty cool. The Pokemon stuff was cool. I didn't spend as much time in the booth as we did last year. I feel like.
Well, there wasn't as much to see because most of the new sets were all around the edge.
I will say though, I think that this booth was much more interactive. So if for kids going, I would have imagined that kids might have liked
that is true
because there was photo ops there always are, but they had stickers and things.
There was more photo ops,
and there was smart play. There was a Pokemon smart play experience.
Yeah, you could pick your Pokemon.
So I think it was more interactive, and just because that might not have catered towards you and it might have felt more underwhelming because I preferred the big mock of the convention center.
I like the big when in the past, they put more emphasis on all the new sets that are coming out in like September and October.
Yeah.
And those were all more on the edge. Like you had to walk around the back of the booth to see them. Except for there was a display of the new Pokemon sets in the Pokemon booth.
Because even in years past, they did have some of the sets on the outside as well. But yes, they had more inside. Like last year, Arkham and like the Deku Tree were like in the middle.
Right. It just felt like that was more of a focus. Where this year they weren't as... They were really into the smart play.
Yeah, I think that at this point, like Lego sets advertise themselves for the most part, but they have sunk a lot of money into smart play. It is cool, but they have sunk so much money into smart play, and it got off to a really bad start with Star Wars. So they're really trying to get people excited about smart play. And to be fair, from what we've seen so far, I think the Pokemon smart play sets are way better than the Star Wars.
Yeah, we were pretty harsh on the Star Wars, but I agree. I think the Pokemon wave seems a lot better from the get-go.
I haven't actually heard any of the sounds and watched videos of people interacting with them, so I can't speak on that. But build-wise, I was at Downtown Disney on Saturday, and they had all of them built like on like the demo table, so I got to like pick them up, a couple of them up, and like look at them, and they actually look really good. I was more negative about them when I first saw them. For some reason, I thought some of them looked really bad when the images first came out, but now seeing them and seeing them in person, I'm actually pretty happy with pretty much all the builds. Like pretty good.
I mean, they are for play,
sure,
and so you have to take that into mind. They're not like the giant display pieces,
but they're also releasing multiple 18+ sets that are display pieces at the same time. So they're doing both, which is where Star Wars failed, where their entire wave was smart play sets.
Yeah,
the whole wave.
So
it just
I like the Pokemon ones.
There was one or two that weren't,
but it'll be interesting to see how they do. We know there will be at least another year worth of smart play sets.
Yeah,
it's my understanding.
Yeah, they sunk a lot into it. I have to imagine the Pokemon sets are selling better than the Star Wars ones did. So if they can kind of hone in.
To be honest, I haven't been at a store where they've been on sale yet to see how they're moving.
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of stock when I was in Downtown Disney, but they also had clearly sold a lot. Like, people were very much looking at them, interacting with them. People had them in their hands. I will say, though, every single Olivia Rodrigo set, other than the record, were sold out.
Yeah.
So those are selling really well, at least initially.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Not so much in our store, but that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you sold a few of them.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Yeah.
More than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the main focus of our episode here today.
That's kind of what you missed in our Lego life. And now
But, and this has kind of been dominating our Lego life. So we teased in the last episode that we were going to do some Rebrickable projects.
Mm-hmm.
And they are here on the table in front of us. We took two very different approaches to what we wanted to do on Rebrickable on purpose. And like that was planned.
And it took us longer than we initially had anticipated, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
But that's part of the reason why this episode was delayed a little bit. But yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube, obviously you can see the sets here in front of us. And for those that are audio only, we'll do our best to explain.
Yeah, describe. But you can also check the images out on our Instagram. We'll put them, Brick Clubhouse. And and on YouTube, for those of you watching, this may be one where you want to jump over to YouTube just to see what we have. We also have our Comic-Con booth walkthrough that they can find on YouTube.
Yep.
So, but back to Rebrickable. So we thought it would be fun. Neither one of us had ever done a Rebrickable set. And for those that don't know, Rebrickable is this website where you can buy instructions that Lego doesn't produce, and they're for sets that Lego would probably never produce. But they're fan-made instructions for different builds. Sometimes they're just get these bricks and build this set. Other times they're like, if you have this set and this set, you have all the bricks you need to build the set.
Like an alternate build.
Yeah, and if you go to Rebrickable, you can actually go to any set page, and there will be alternate builds that you can do. So it's really a cool website. We'll link to it.
Sorry, I just saw another one that's interesting. They took Arkham and they just added another like 2 floors to it, so it just looks really elongated,
just really tall.
Anyways, because that's the other thing they'll do too is like there'll be sets that have come out recently, like Arkham, which we'll get to, but like the X Mansion, where people were a little underwhelmed by the size of it. Now,
Yeah.
to be fair, that's still like what, a $300 set. So
Yeah.
it's like you're always constrained by, Lego wants to make a set that people want to buy, but not outprice everybody. So like a lot of people will build extra floors or expanded floor plans for existing sets because there are people that would like to invest the extra money in it. And so you'll kind of see that with one of ours here. But we're just going to kind of go back and forth kind of step by step because we had very different experiences.
Yeah, I think we should start with mine first.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I chose to do something not based on another set.
Just a straight mock.
It was just a straight mock. Here are the pieces you need. And, it wasn't related to something else. Now, this is a designer that does a lot of Disney sets, as we've established. I love Disney. One of my favorite rides is Space Mountain. So when I saw this Space Mountain mock, I'm like, oh, that would be awesome.
You got to do the Jungle Cruise one.
That's the next one I'd like to do.
His Peter Pan one is really cool, too.
Yeah, all the little ride ones. I wanted to do something a little bigger. Those were a little smaller in scope.
Yeah.
But this designer, I'm blanking on his name. The link will be in the show notes. He does a whole bunch of Disney, and he has, they're almost all ride-based, if I recall. And I saw this one for Space Mountain, which is on the table here, if you're watching on the video. It's the size of a base plate, and is this great build of the Walt Disney World Space Mountain.
Yeah, the designer is wonderbrick_design.
All right.
So there it is.
Thank you. Yeah, my computer, I can't look up things while we're recording. So I picked the Space Mountain. I bought the instructions. At first I thought, I'll just go to the store and go through the bulk tables and get the pieces, which is a total fine option. However, our timeline I thought would be a little more compressed.
There's also 1,200 pieces in this set.
Okay.
So it would take a long time.
Yeah, it would. But there are a lot of the same piece. It's a very repetitive build. But we'll get to that. So I decided that would take too long because we wanted to do this in a shorter amount of time. And so I just downloaded the list of parts, uploaded it to Bricklink, and placed an order. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
The big punchline to that is coming.
Yeah, I guess that would be in the building section.
Yeah, but
that's what he did.
Yeah, and because that's what I thought you do. Like, it gives you a list, and you download it.
Yeah.
And
so then we went on to mine, which was different.
Yeah.
Right? So and this is connected. So okay, so I chose to do a mock by someone named Bardic Bricks.
I just want to say too.
Go for it.
I just want to say, before we get to the process we did in yours, I didn't really pay attention to the number of parts that were being ordered.
Okay,
and the pieces. I just went on faith that the list they gave me would be the list.
Yeah.
I learned that that's not always the case.
Yeah. So,
and with you were much more methodical, which I think matches our personalities.
Well, but and also this is a 5,088 piece build.
True.
So I was like, I want to make sure I get all the
and
pieces.
so yours is based on existing sets.
Right. So this is called Arkham Ascended by Bardic Bricks. This is someone he has built a mock for an extra floor of the Arkham Asylum modular set, but then he also did this one. So I had seen a couple of alternate builds. So I liked the Arkham Asylum set that came out a couple years ago now, and I thought it was really great. But it's also it just felt kind of smushed. I felt kind of compressed onto the one base plate. And so I saw an alternate build someone had done where they literally just mirrored the build and smushed them together. I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. You get a bigger courtyard, kind of looks nice. But then I saw this one, and when we were talking about Rebrickable, I sent this to you as a joke at first. I was like, oh, here's mine. I found my build, and I don't know how we ended up here, but we did. We actually did it. So
well, because I thought if we're going to do it, let's do a small what I thought would be a simple build, and let's try something a little
more ambitious,
over the top.
Yeah, so this is 2 Arkham Asylum sets plus a Cherry Blossoms set plus
Yeah, how many were extra pieces?
671 pieces.
All right.
So, and I actually have the bins in the room, but there's still multiple hundred pieces left over.
So it must be from the Arkhams.
Yeah, from the Arkhams that weren't used. You can see here we have one of the trucks from the Arkham set, and I was starting to build the second one, but there are a few pieces that were used elsewhere. The builder didn't account for that, so this is strictly the build itself for Arkham Ascended is strictly just the building. And so Chris and I were sitting down together actually to buy the parts because we had the sets already, but we had to get the extra 671 pieces. So there's, Rebrickable has this like tool that's called like Build This Mock, and it's supposed to just kind of auto fill a cart with the pieces you need.
And that's the process I used.
Yes. I filled up Bricklink carts based off of that, and I was short a few pieces. And I looked through the comments on the Rebrickable page, and multiple other people having similar issues. And so we ended up, actually Chris, I think, Googled it and figured out, so your directions were free.
No.
Yours cost money
Yeah,
too.
They were $5.
Oh, no, that's what I'm confusing.
Or €5.
The other Arkham one that we were considering was free, but this one was $10 for these instructions. And with that, the guy gave a bunch of instructions. So he gave you the parts list of pieces you need if you have 1 Arkham set. He gave you the parts list of pieces you need if you have 2 Arkham sets. And then if you have the Cherry Blossom and all that. But the list of pieces that you need if you have 2 was a certain type of file that like we couldn't open. It was just like, what's the type
it was
of
an
file?
XML file.
XML, there you go.
Yeah.
So Chris did a quick Google search and found out how to convert an XML file into Bricklink.
Yeah.
And it will directly make a wish list.
Yeah,
for
there's a process you can use to upload that XML into Bricklink, and creates a wish list for you.
Yeah, and once you Googled it, took us like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's an easy process. And in fact,
simple.
we'll put the instructions in the in the show notes, because had I paid attention to the number of pieces in my orders, I would have known
that you were like
I was
200
pieces short,
something like that.
which we'll get there.
Yeah,
but
so I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So it was 4 Bricklink orders, and I was pretty antsy to build it. But so what I had to do first is something that you didn't really have to do, because I think that they packed it.
Yeah,
organized.
Yeah.
So the big first step for me was I got to organize the pieces from 2 Arkham Asylum sets. So the Cherry Blossom set is really, there's a dead tree in the front, and then there's these plant pieces in the front. Those are the only pieces that came.
That's a pretty small set. It's like retail like $13.
But there's like a couple. There's a lot of extra pieces in that too, because they just used the certain colors, which I actually really like, and then they wanted a dead tree.
It is kind of cool that they were able to identify like a simple set to be those extras.
Yeah, so I didn't have to really worry about that, because they didn't really come in until the end. But yeah, I spent a while, and we have a picture of I give you a picture of all of the pieces.
Yeah,
organized.
we'll put it. We'll post them
on this table right here, like all organized. But that took like 2 or 3 sittings of just ripping bags open and organizing all the pieces. And I organized them by color and size. So I had a bunch of organizing trays, actually like these ones right here. And yeah, I just organized everything by color and size, so that when the pieces came in, I could, the extra pieces came in, I could just get going. So I did have all the pieces I needed after my Bricklink orders. I was good to go, because we went through that process with the XML file. So then we scheduled a building night together. I'd already built part of the first floor.
I think almost the whole first floor. Yeah, almost the first floor.
And then Chris came over, and we were going to build together. And as we were building, he goes, "Oh, I'm missing one little blue Technic piece." So I texted Blair.
Yeah.
And he lives across the street. I ran over, grabbed a couple pieces. Okay, come back. And then a few minutes later, I'm missing more.
I was missing a lot
So then
more.
This is now back to you.
Yeah. So on the build, like if you're looking at the Space Mountain, like all of these little white segments that make the mountain are 2 like wing pieces side by side, creating a wedge. And then you have all these wedges. Well, like none of those wing pieces
None
were
of them.
included.
Because you showed up with your box of pieces, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, interesting! Like, I wonder how he's going to build those panels because I don't really." But this was all internal, and then I didn't really think about you not having the pieces.
Yeah, and I just thought, oh, well, these are all the pieces. I ordered
Yeah.
it. I ordered everything on the list, and this is what came. So yeah, we got halfway through that building night, and I was done because I was missing too many pieces.
Well, then you went to go put in another order.
Yes,
which you did.
Which I did.
And then,
but the way Bricklink works, like it's hard to create a list. Like if you have a whole list and you're trying to like compare, okay, what don't I have off this list? Like there's no easy way to do that.
Yeah, because you couldn't just start from zero.
No.
You couldn't just do what we did with the XML file.
Right, because I already had a bunch. Yeah. So I tried to go through the instructions. I'm like, oh, I'm missing this. I'm missing that. Well, I was still missing stuff. So of what I was missing, I kind of combined. I did do another Bricklink order, and then I also got a bunch from the store.
Yeah, so this is
because some of them were pretty basic pieces.
Yeah, so this is the main reason, and this isn't trying to like dog on you at all.
No,
that's the main reason why this episode was a little delayed is because he thought he had the pieces.
Yeah,
which Bricklink orders, depending on the store, can take a little while.
It's at least usually a week or 5 days.
Yeah, it took you a couple of days after that to even put in the order. Yeah. Maybe like a week, and then it took another week or whatever to get them here, and then you realize you still need more pieces. So it just kind of like
So the moral of the story is use the XML file and do it the longer way.
It'll save you
but
time.
is more accurate.
It'll save you time, and like we said, if you do the XML process, it only takes a couple minutes. Once you know how to do it. But yeah, and check. I got lucky, and I don't know what yours was like, but like the creator of Arkham Ascended, he had really detailed description and kind of step-by-step instructions, and the fact that he said, specifically 671 pieces, 100 of which are unique parts. Like he really spelled it out. So hopefully, if you're going to choose to do one, they'll spell it out for you.
Yeah, pay attention if there are,
so you can make sure that the pieces in your wish list equal that.
Because to be honest, I don't know if I had detailed instructions. Like there may have been, but like the PDF of the instructions was really, it was kind of like Lego instructions where it's just like step by step, and at the very end there's the list of all the pieces.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if there was more in the download than just that PDF.
Yeah.
But
my guy he's clearly made a lot of other ones. So I mean, but your guy has too actually. So
yeah.
But that kind of gets into the building experience.
Yeah. And so for me, it was really frustrating to think I had everything.
Yeah.
And then didn't. And that's really no fault of the designer. I think it's just the technicality of
that's
how Bricklink is.
That kind of
and just like paying. And I've learned this with other Bricklink things is you just have to pay really close attention to what you're ordering.
Yeah, and I think that the thing that you experienced is just one of those kinds of things with Bricklink, like this tool that's supposed to. It's kind of similar to Rebrickable. This tool where it's like, here's all the pieces you need, just auto generate it, and it just doesn't really work.
It didn't.
It's kind of similar to when you go on Bricklink and you say like the magic buy.
Yeah,
it's usually not the most economical way, but it is the fastest way to get your carts purchased. So it's just
and actually this is why I wanted to do this project, because I wanted to like learn like is this how it is? Because like I talk to people every day in the store about different ideas, because they'll see like a U set on the wall and like, oh, that's interesting, and it's like, well, there may be like a dozen other things you can build with that set.
Right.
And so it's a great another use for U sets. But I wanted to be able to really tell people how it worked.
Yeah.
And now I know.
Yeah.
But I definitely learned the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah, my building experience was pretty solid. I mean, the guy everywhere that he could duplicate and follow the instructions for the regular Arkham set, he did. So like what I did is I had on my computer, I had the instructions up for Arkham Ascended, and then I had the Lego instructions for the regular Arkham Asylum, and I would go back and forth. The main reason for that was actually sticker placements, because the graphic designs for the stickers weren't on the Arkham Ascended instructions. But as I was going back and forth, I was like, oh, he's using the same exact building techniques for everything when he can, but he's just making it bigger. So the regular Arkham set is on one base plate. This one is on a base plate and then 2 half base plates on either side to make like a corner. So the actual footprint is technically 2 base plates big. It's just dispersed a little differently. And so he stretched out both sides of it and added a 3rd floor, and doubled this guard tower,
which I love,
which is awesome. And I'm really glad, not only for the sticker placements, but I'm really glad that I had the Lego instructions up next to it because it continually reminded me how much bigger this set is than the regular one. Like I look at pictures of, or like if I was at the actually, I guess I haven't seen it in person since then, but I look at pictures of the regular Arkham set now, and it just feels tiny, which is absurd to say for a $300 modular set.
Yeah.
But it just does because I'm so used to this one. You can kind of see like in the middle here, like both of the floors extend past this middle tower area once you take the roofs off. So they're long. Like the 2 floors in the Arkham set for the regular set has, I believe, 2 jail cells on each floor.
Mm-hmm.
This one has 4 on each floor, so it like is twice as long pretty much.
And they're super fun. Like, they're all themed.
Yeah, and so this guy, he added a bunch of extra cells and added Easter eggs for a bunch of Batman villains. So like there's a cell that's specifically supposed to be for Hush. So there's like an arm bandage piece, and then there's a mug that says "shh" on it, which was actually like a $10 part. That's the one that I missed.
Yeah,
because there was another like newspaper piece that was like $10 that we didn't get. But the guy also designed extra stickers that you can print out to fill up some of the extra empty wall space in the extended rooms. He made Hugo Strange's office bigger. He added a bunch of details. On the 3rd floor, there's an Easter egg of the Daily Planet and little microfigure Superman flying around, which I don't know what it was. Blair he figured it out. A ton of Easter eggs, which a lot of them are from the regular set. Like just the stickers and the graphic design for the regular Arkham set is phenomenal. Like the sticker details, like there's a Batman and Robin comic in the dumpster.
Always in the back.
It's so good.
The superhero modulars are always so great in their level of detail.
Yeah, and it was great.
And then when you have that plus the scale of this, it's just
the fact that the designer of this set really added Easter eggs to fill up the rest of his extra builds to the same level, I would say, as the actual Lego designers for the regular Arkham set just makes the whole thing feel very cohesive. And it's been up on display on the shelf for a while now, up until we brought it down for today. But there have been multiple times when I'm just walking by and I'll like be taken aback of just like, man, that thing is massive. It is huge. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera right here, but like this is a massive set.
It is.
And it just makes the real one like seem tiny in comparison.
We had it on display in the store this weekend.
Arkham Ascended,
just so people could see it, and since we were going to be talking about it, and everyone was blown away by it.
It's incredible.
Like little kids were all into wanting to see what was in every cell, and we had a guy in today. It was still on display, and he was getting ready for lanterns and wanted to get like all the Green Lantern minifigures. And when he saw it, he like ordered. He already had Arkham, but he ordered another one on the spot so he could do this.
And for those of you that might be interested in doing it, you sold the other set of minifigures.
Yeah,
and you can make back actually a really good
chunk of the cost
of
the set.
So it can definitely is potentially worth it in that regard. But there's also I think there's a sell for Calendar Man. No, the Calendar Man Easter egg was a different one. There was other cell Easter eggs, but some of them I didn't. Ratcatcher was one of them. That's what I was thinking of. And I don't know Ratcatcher, but I know Ratcatcher 2 from the Suicide Squad, which was obviously an original character for that movie. But it was just the level of detail made building this set really, really fun, and it's not very repetitive. The most repetitive or time consuming part of it was every single time I needed a piece, I had to grab my bin,
Yeah.
right? My bin of the large light bluish gray pieces and dig through that, or the small bin of the white pieces. And so that took me extra long too, because it's not like you're building with bags,
right?
So, but it was super fun and definitely worth it to have this.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. My build was very repetitive, but it's kind of the nature of the build. Like when you look at it, like of course you're going to have to do certain things, 15 times, to make the circle, and so that got a little old. And because almost all the pieces are white, like it also became kind of a sorting challenge, especially because I was trying to do it on the move. Like I would bring it over here, or I'd work on it at home, or I'd take it to the store so I could look for the missing pieces as I was building it.
Yeah.
So that made it a little harder too. I think next time I do a Rebrickable, I think I'm going to make sure I have the piece list down and what I order is actually what's needed.
That's number one.
And two, like, try not to be so mobile with it, but really just build it in one place instead of.
Yeah, because they didn't have you get a base plate. They had you get 4.
Yeah, it's 4 quarter plates.
So that they're thicker.
So it's but it's flimsy, and so
because and then you built the initial ring, and then there's little like those jumper plates with like the Technic pins on them, and so you're supposed to like put it all down, but it kind of made it. It made the whole bow.
As last time we were here and we were building, like part of the process was like one of the pins came loose.
Yeah.
Because it came off the base. And so last night when I was trying to finally get the pin down, it was like a total implosion. Like half of the top like fell in. And
did you finally get the whole thing to stay down?
Yeah. But it was a total implosion. And had you been there, you would have been mocking me because of course it would have fallen apart.
Well, it's funny because there was actually a couple. So they use like the instruction like program or software to like make the instructions. And there were a couple times. Yeah. So throughout this build on the inside, you can kind of see some of them right here. But there's these like security camera builds. So a lot of these bricks are on the inside too with the holes in them. And you take a stud and the little like translucent kind of semicircle and put them on there and stick it on the wall. So it looks like a security camera. There's one area over in this corner where he added a staircase piece going up to this next floor. Whereas in the actual build, they're just like the ladders that go up against the wall. And in the instructions and on the pictures, it says that the security camera can just fit right next to the staircase, but it can't. Like it was pushing up against it, and so I had to just take it out and like change that little section of the build. And there was one other place, I'm forgetting where it was a little off as well, like something that seemingly worked when you made it like just in like the 3D space when you're making the instructions, like worked, but didn't actually work in the real space. I didn't see any comments about that, and I like checked like 10 different times just to make sure it wasn't user error, and like re-looked at the instructions and re-looked at the build, and as far as I could tell, it wouldn't work the way that it was in the instructions.
Yeah, and I think that's also what you get in this kind of build versus like a fully baked Lego set.
Sure. But for there to be only 2 little instances of that in this entire set, definitely pretty good.
Yeah. So, would you do a Rebrickable again?
I would, yeah. It's definitely a labor of love, though. So, like, you gotta know that it's gonna be a commitment, depending on how big it is. I was actually looking through your guys' mocks, and he has a whole series of like people like minifigures in the rides,
the Disneyland rides,
and like they're like little vignettes. And there's a Splash Mountain one that I might have to do at some point.
There are a number of those little rides that I would love to do. Jungle Cruise, one of my favorite rides, and he has one of that. And the Peter Pan one is really cool.
The Peter Pan one's cool. Yeah, and so, I would definitely do Rebrickables again. Something to this scale, who knows? It'd have to be something like really, really cool. I saw somebody added like I think it was like a 9,000 piece upgrade to Rivendell,
Oh my gosh.
and it looks insane.
Oh, it's gotta look amazing.
Which is crazy because Rivendell's already like a 6,000 piece. Oh, here it is right here actually. Yeah, Rivendell extension, and they literally took like the regular Rivendell set, and then from the Council of Elrond over, they just made their own like massive build that is supposed to be kind of more closely connected to what it looks like in the movie. You need 2 Rivendell sets plus an extra 1,180 pieces. So it's massive.
Somebody this weekend, when we had this out and we were talking Rebrickable, he was telling me about one he saw that is like two Barad-dûrs together, so you get like the full like mountain,
The base.
yeah. And
oh my god.
And he said, yeah, I can only imagine how big that would be.
Dude, this guy, the same guy that did the Rivendell one, oh my goodness, he has a Rivendell ingress gate, a Rivendell tower hall. So like, if you did all of this guy's mocks, you
could
could
probably,
have
like take this whole table.
Yeah, like one of the mocks, the ingress gate is 6,789 pieces, and the tower hall is 9,012 pieces. And so you could add that onto the other one that I was talking about because it shows it.
Yeah,
added onto it.
We'll put a link.
It's crazy. So sorry, that's a little bit of a tangent, but all that is to say is that you can go nuts with some of these. I don't know if I would do anything that big, but I definitely would do a Rebrickable set again for sure.
And I would just say, like, ordering from Bricklink, like if you just get your list of pieces and order them, especially like if it's 1,000, or even like 500 or 600 pieces, like it can be more expensive than you think.
Yeah,
especially when they add in shipping and everything else. I always feel like whenever I order from Bricklink, it's like, ooh, that's more than I expected. But there are, if you have the time and you're willing to put in the time, come hang out at Bricks and Minifigs San Diego North, and we will help you dig through the bulk tables to find the pieces.
There you go.
Because that is a much more cost-effective way of doing it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely more time-consuming.
Right.
So you just have to weigh that. And it may be the type of thing where you download a handful of instructions of things you want to build and come look for the pieces, or just order them and go for it.
Yeah.
As long as you order it the right way.
As long as you order it the right way, Chris.
So I'll answer my own question. Will I do Rebrickable again?
Sorry. Chris, would you do a Rebrickable set again?
I will. And I definitely want to do some more of these Disney ones.
That's the thing. You kind of already answered that question.
Yeah. I definitely want to do more of these Disney ones. And I actually have purchased another Rebrickable for a little like church to go in my winter village. It just feels like it's missing a church. It's Christmas.
You've had the Queer Eye set to do that Rebrickable,
and that's
for like 2 or 3 years.
I'm not 2 or 3 years. We've only known each other 3 years.
Yeah.
And I've had it after that.
You got it soon after we met.
So
it's almost 3.
But that's one that's based on you just need one set. Yeah. And that's all you need. So that one may be a little easier to tackle.
There's another one that I think would be really fun, and you take both of the Friends sets, so Central Perk and the apartments, and you add some extra pieces, and you make like a modular, like a New York City like building.
Oh yeah.
So like the first floor is the Central Perk, and then the next floor is like Joey and Chandler's apartment, and then the next floor is Monica and Rachel's, and then there's like a roof, and to make it all kind of cohesive in one.
There's also a big sitcom tower
that
you can
Seinfeld
do that also does
Big Bang Theory,
So
yeah.
But
there's some fun ones for sure.
But that's again going probably even a scale above this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe not in piece count, but
yeah, I don't know.
So how many hours do you think you put into this?
Oh man, a lot.
You put in more than I did.
Yeah, I mean, I can't have a fair estimate because I would lose track of time.
Yeah.
Like there was multiple nights where I would stay up to like, if there was one night I stayed up to like 2, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do this one thing. This one. It was.
I remember you texted me a picture of how far you got.
You left because I was like, I started the fencing and then I just couldn't stop, and then I was just like, my wife's like, what time did you get in bed last night? I'm like, dude, like after 2.
Well, and you texted me the picture, and I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and so it like
Did it wake you
2:30 it
up?
goes
Oh,
off.
I'm sorry.
Because I didn't know, like, is one of my kids in trouble? Like,
Oh,
is
I'm
something?
so sorry.
No. Anyway, it just made me laugh that you were still building. Because
So-
I was fast asleep.
I mean, it took between organizing all the pieces and building the whole thing. I mean, I don't know, like 15 hours.
Oh, wow. So more than your average Lego set.
Yeah,
But it was hard, like you said.
but like
You explained why.
probably not as much as the Millennium Falcon when I built that,
Oh, okay.
but a while.
Yeah.
A while. Yeah.
I probably spent 4 or 5 hours, but a lot of that was in chasing down pieces.
That's true. The build itself didn't take very long.
No,
it's only 12 pieces.
and it was, like I said, it was repetitive. So it was a lot of like doing the same thing and just like amassing like 15 panels and then
Right.
putting it all on.
right.
So
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our Rebrickable experience.
Yeah, feel free to go on to Rebrickable yourself and explore around.
Yeah,
see what's
and
out
let us
there.
know if you've done Rebrickable, what your experience was. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, it's just, I think it's fun for somebody that's been in the Lego community and done tons of building. Like, sometimes it's hard to find new challenges, and
Yeah.
this was one that I wanted to tackle
For sure.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of learning,
Yeah.
and I know we'd be more efficient next time. And
Yep.
speaking of next time, episode 50.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know when, probably next month. We're recording this in
Yeah,
August,
soon.
so probably early September. But we'll plan something fun for it.
We'll have a new backdrop. We'll be in a new location. So
Oh, that's right.
there's that.
So,
Yep.
and thank you everyone for joining us this episode. Thank you, Evan, for putting in all the time on
Ooh,
Arkham Ascended.
it was my pleasure.
And we will catch everyone in the clubhouse next time. So, thanks, and say goodbye, Evan.
Goodbye, Chris.